A stepper, an individual committed to solving the roots of any problem at any time or place, regardless of the odds stacked against them. A stepper has no regard for their life or the life of the opposition, willing to lay everything on the line for their convictions. Not gonna lie, early seasons hated this dude, but his redemption arc is up there with the greats, man. Absolutely beautiful 180. But we ain't here for your character development. I'm here to see stomping, nigga. So Hawks and Endeavor are 2v1 in this Y and no one. First off, I gotta give props to any nigga who runs fades with immortals or regenerative types, cause what do you mean he tore his head off and threw it? I would've retired on the spot, nigga. I ain't sign up for that. So the normal delivers what should be 2 lethal blows to his torso and eye, and keyword should be lethal, cause this is where we see who really built for this shit. Cause that was me. Fight done. I would have been in that bitch like, somebody call the fucking doctor! But that theme music started playing and man, my nigga locked in, bruh. So he starts hawking down hood normal, pun intended. And even it was stunned like, nigga, you got regen through. What's going on? All while overheating and getting skewered. He decks the fuck out of him, but the normal ate that shit literally. And this is why I call Endeavor a real stepper. Cause imagine you squaring up with a nigga and you hit him with a full power punch to the jaw and he start licking his lips. So Endeavor realizes that in order to beat this nigga, he has to go plus all. Alright, my bad. He takes that nigga to the literal ozone layer and burns him to a absolute crisp. And hold on, hits the balls. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck them kids, fuck my wife, fuck all my nigga. It's Big Endeavor in this bitch. Now, another display of steppage is Endeavor versus All For One. And I'm not gonna lie, All For One is horrifying as is. Even facing off against him is a feat in itself. I would piss myself if this nigga was in front of me. So him and Hawks, both a duo by the way, are once again trying to hold him off, but not only is All For One insanely strong, he's an Olympic level instigator. Bro starts critiquing his combat skills, shit talking his kids. I mean, bro, he literally going through enough, man. Give him a break. He then reveals that Toya, his son who he thought he lost in a forest fire, was actually kidnapped by yours truly. And if you don't know the context, Endeavor has felt crushing guilt for what happened to Toya, blaming himself for the death of his child, which I mean, is kind of true. But I ain't here to slap. So this Rick and Morty mutation face ass nigga starts taunting him. And of course it works, cause imagine you think your son dead whole time he clicked up with the ops. He gets into his head, throwing him into a fit of rage, and man, he ain't have to bite a whole ass hole through my nigga's stomach though. Why do you even have this ability? What's wrong with this nigga? Why y'all keep buying him? I know he always technically at a slow cook. Was he 10? You bastard. Now my fucking goat needs a shit bag because you don't ate the nigga intestine. So that obviously puts Endeavor out the fray. I thought it was raps because I wish I would continue fighting a nigga that's taking literal percentages out of my body. Nigga lost 12% of himself. Oh my, come get your mans, bro. So Hawks, Airphone Jack, and Tokoyami, dog by the way, try holding him off until backup or I don't know, man, God comes. And they surprisingly were cooking this nigga, but All For One don't play fair. That nigga literally bites a soul that was nerfing his power. Also, what is up with biting in this show? And literally turns on hacks. Where's the admin for this server, man? How he getting away with this shit, Dev? But I told y'all, Big Endeavor, he a stepper. Hawk sorry ass about to get his head taken smooth off, but Endeavor steps in and takes the blow, getting his arm torn the fuck off. Not the beat arm. God damn, I know this is karma for torturing them kids, but last season y'all hit bro with a 50 cal through the liver. Gave him the Zuko special, and now y'all did him like the Apple logo, and now his arm? He's only got 60% of his body left, man. But let me remind you, a stepper is someone who has no regard for their life or the opposition. Their only goal is to win. And Big Endeavor is a true definition of a stepper. He ain't even fazed by that. Eat that. He done gave himself a prosthetic arm. Who coming like him, man? Say, name me 2 things. Name me a nigga that can say he stepped harder than Endeavor in the show. And name me a nigga that can say he stuck his dick. He got the symbol of fear, afraid. Flash them. And not gonna lie, these side characters be putting up points when it comes to assisting with aura farming. The wood nigga said verbatim, get the fuck out the way, a real nigga coming through. He then grabs his little ass by the chest and drags his bitch ass across the map. All For One then tries grabbing him, but he locked in, gave his ass the Homelander special. Then he takes him to the ozone layer again, and not gonna lie bro, chill out, that shit already damage enough. And self nukes All For One. And after the smoke clears, he's hugging on to what used to be one for all. Jesus Christ. Overcooked him a bit, didn't you? But hey, lucky for you, I like my ops. Well done. And we'll end on a high note, because to be honest, after all that, that nigga All For One just got a buff. But that's not the point. Endeavor is a real certified stepper, willing to fade at all times regardless of the level gap, no regard for his own life or others, and gets the job done no matter what. Here you go, my nigga. Come on now, man. I say come on, man. Alyssa steppers without the original stomper? I think the fuck not. Kenpachi Zaraki. Now, Kenpachi been stepping on shit before some of y'all was born. I'm gonna repeat that for the niggas in the back. He was walking shit down while you was swimming in balls. Alright now. With that being said, I'm not finna go all the way back to the original Bleach because one, I forgot the details and I'm not finna go watch that shit, and two, it's already been covered enough. Y'all know how my nigga coming.
Pause.
So I'll just go from 1000-year blood war. So Yahi Vok invades the Soul Society, and I got a vid plan for that nigga too, cause something is wrong with him. But anyways, the Steinritters pull up looking for smoke, and of course Kenpachi at the door with it. One of them have the ability to completely copy their opponent, so this demon said verbatim, of course he was strong, the nigga became me. So I just turned up and became even stronger. What makes Kenpachi a certified stepper is that he literally has to tiptoe on these niggas, because if he step how he's supposed to step, it ain't no fun. They can't handle him. That's the equivalent of going on a drill with 2 bullets to kill 5 ops. Steppage. Now, Grimmy vs Kenpachi was honestly one of the craziest premises in a fight. If you don't know, Grimmy has the power to create anything he imagines, literally anything. And how you lose with a power like that is beyond me. Trash ass Green Lantern. But anyways, Grimmy and Big K face off. Yeah, I could call him that. We locked in. And Grimmy makes his body harder than steel, as if that's supposed to do something. Instantly gets shredded. Then what has to be one of the most confident statements that has ever come out the mouth of any living being, he says, your imagination cannot fathom anything I cannot cut. Do you know how gangster that is? Do you know how fucking gang? Man, I say y'all not hearing me, man. He said diamonds, no diff. Vibranium, no diff. Neutron star, might give me a little sight, nigga, no diff. I'm cutting through everything. Grimmy then imagines a full ass firing squad, but to no surprise, Kenny, we cool like that, powers through that shit. So Grimmy goes from 0 to 1,000,000 and drops a fucking asteroid on this nigga. And guess what Big Rocky did? Yo, so take notes, my boy. You got a long way to go. Steppage. Then he does something that honestly shouldn't even be possible. Grimmy traps him in an alternative space dimension. He starts feeling himself because surely the fight's over. I mean, there's nothing to cut and he literally can't breathe in space. Surely he's not gonna cut through literal dimensions. Need I say more? Certified stepper. Bending the laws of physics just to slime out his ops. If that isn't stepping, I don't know what is. Frieren. Now, hear me out. While she doesn't have the emotional grit of Endeavor or the sadistic grim and lust of battle like Kenpachi, when it comes to strictly getting the job done, Frieren is second to none. She's an elf in a world stained by demons, and she's taken it upon herself to rid these vermin, and she will stop at nothing to do just that. But what makes Frieren's steppage so unique is, unlike the other two, you won't hear it coming. You won't even know a real stepper is in front of you until it's too late. You see this face? This is the exact same face she has throughout the entire show. Not one nigga made her break even the slightest of sweats. Now this display of steppage will be brief because, as I said, she's quick and efficient. Aura the Guillotine, a high-class demon serving as one of the 7 sages of destruction, and by that title alone, regardless of your knowledge of the show, you could probably tell she's strong as fuck. Her ability is basically band for band, aura for aura. She possesses a skill that allows her to completely control any opponent she's stronger than. And this demon is 500 years old, and she's been stacking paper the entire time. So obviously, she expects to up stupid rolls on Frieren's broke ass and get an easy dub. On top of that, she heavily drained Frieren's aura using her lackeys, and Frieren mana at the moment looks quite pitiful. So she gets confident. But let me tell you 2 things. See, one, Frieren has spent her entire life practicing the arts of concealing her mana to fool demons into thinking she's weak. And number 2, she's also 1,000 years old. That means she's dedicated a millennium, she's dedicated her entire life to sneaking her ops. Honing your skills for 1,000 years for the sole purpose of not only beating demons, but embarrassing them? She finally releases her full mana, and dog, that's like going band for band with a nigga and he pulls out 2 mil. And all that without even remotely changing her expression. Just another fucking Monday. Steppage. And she ain't one of those Deku Naruto niggas. Ain't no rehab, ain't no grace. And as I said, the enemy's ability allows whoever wins to control the other. And she won, so she immediately makes her decapitate herself. The entire show we seen her fight the strongest, and not gonna lie, I don't even think she went past 50% of her power. What can I say, man? Certified stepper. Now this last one, I would have never expected to be talking about, with such praise to say the least. I can't lie, I was a hater. I was a dick rider, okay? I get it. I'm talking about King Death Explosion Murderer himself. That's a dumbass name. Bakugo is without a doubt the YN of My Hero Academia. He literally carried the last 2 seasons on his back. Kinda weird how My Hero up here twice. Let me find out that's where the real steppers is. So Bakugo is getting obliterated by Shigaraki. Mind you, these niggas been fighting for 2 seasons straight. And he is known for not ducking any fades. Nigga will post up with Prime All Might himself. He do not give a fuck. But there's only so far tenacity will bring you. Shigaraki was literally so strong they had to nerf that nigga with childhood trauma. But anyway, Shigaraki whooped this nigga and starts talking shit. And Bakugo gets in his feeling, which not gonna lie, is not very step alike. But as I say, he's blossoming. Give him some slack. So this nigga, who by the way, y'all are top heroes, bro. Why are the kids putting up more points than y'all? How did you even make it this far? This nigga is just a fashion designer. The fuck you gonna do? Drip out the villains? Like, get the fuck out of here. But anyways, he's trying to tell him, chill, little bro, you did enough. But Bakugo wasn't trying to hear none of that. With literal tears down his cheeks, pause, he knows what must be done. He starts walking his ass down and speed blitz this nigga. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what, young blood, that looks mighty familiar. Hey, Ichigo, this your man's, ain't it? But then, yeah, he got packed up. I told y'all he was blossoming. Give him a little minute. Season 8, All For One is literally in his prime, giving All Might the conquest treatment. And my nigga Kachan, we chill like that, comes in at Mach 10 with a hole in his motherfucking heart, mind you. Don't forget that. And clutches up and manages to save All Might. In class, what's rule number 3 of being a stepper? No matter what the conditions, the mission must be completed. Bro is running a fade with the top nigga with a hole in his heart. As I said, nigga hit me a little too hard, I'm getting protective custody. I am not stepping on shit. Now, as I said, Bakugo is still heavily injured. One wrong move could rupture his heart, but he still runs the fade with a nigga stronger than a nigga who slumped him in the first place. Tell me that's not hard, man. But not gonna lie, they did kind of give bro a Zenkai boost, cause how is he moving like this? Cause he's sweating a little more? How? He starts putting the fear of God into that boy. Had his ass running and recollecting his thoughts. But one thing about a stepper, you cannot run away from them. So he fucking teleports. Time out. What's going on, man? You telling me this nigga is God tier because he's sweating more? Why y'all ain't just give him 2 4 locals and put him in a sauna before he goes out to fight? He then immediately catches up to him. Imagine you 3 miles in front of a nigga with a nuke and you turn around and see this beside you. He is literally laughing. Yeah, man, I would have went and sat my ass back in that prison. I am not fighting a teleporting nuke. And side note, a couple months ago, there was a debate about who would win, Rize or Bakugo. And at the time, I didn't know what type of timing he was on. But now that I'm caught up, what are y'all thinking? What is she supposed to do to him? Fight gonna be over before she could even pull that string. Fuck arre. All For One starts panicking and tries to pop out, but my nigga Bakugo hit his ass with a Fortnite trap and cancel his shit. Got his ass looking like an infected hair bump. Ugh. Then he finishes him off, turning him into a literal child. The meme has came to fruition. Literal infant newborn versus hydrogen bomb. And what makes Bakugo a true stepper? The fact that I know Deku little bitch ass ain't got no heart to slime with no baby. But my nigga Kachi, he walk shit down. That's what I like to see. Amazing performance, my boy. You officially blossomed into a certified stepper. Amazing turnaround for the show in general though. I'm glad I gave it another chance. But yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe, keep stepping, and hold your head up. New vid soon.